Welcome back, guys, to the class, and I hope you have taken time to understand the previous video and every other thing we are doing. So we talked about these 5 options the last time, and we talked about all the things it can do for you. So right now we are going to create a document that will help us explain this all other functions that we have here. The truth is, for us to start explaining all these documents one after the other without practicals will just be wasting our time. All right, as we move forward in the class, we'll be picking up one element, we explain it, we'll show you how it responds how it works very well. You will not understand all the procedures behind that element. That way it will stick in your brain. All right, it will install in your brain. So as one of my students will say, they'll say, yeah, it is installing. All right, that means it's getting everything we are teaching them. So let's pick one element and then move over to the next. All right, so let us assume we want to design an Instagram post. All right, so an Instagram post is usually 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel. So now let us design an Instagram post, a simple text Instagram post. All right, so let's use it to explain the text fixture. All right, and then let us name the document as Instagram post. So remember, what you are doing now, what you are setting now is the Adobe Illustrator file. So the unit should be in pixels 1000 by 1000. So that's the size of the pixel. So we don't need bleed because it's just a social media post. We click on OK. So immediately we click on OK, it is going to bring in these parts where you can edit these Instagram ads or Instagram posts. So take note that when you are designing on Adobe Illustrator, it does not come with any background. Okay, you might be thinking that the background here is white. The document has no background as it looks like this. All right, so we are going to install the background and then do everything we need in it. So now, first of all, let us highlight this one. Let us know all their names. This right here is the selection. This is direct selection. This is the magic wand. This is the lasso tool. This is the pen tool. This is the type tool. This is the line segment tool. This is the rectangle tool. This is the paintbrush tool. This is the pencil tool. This is the blockboard tool. This is the eraser tool. This is the rotate tool. This is the scale tool. This is the weight tool. This is the free transform tool. This is the shape builder tool. This is the perspective grid tool. This is the mesh tool. This is the gradient tool. This is the eyedropper tool. This is the blend tool, symbol sprayer tool, column graph tool, add tool, slice tool, hand tool, zoom tool, swap fill and stroke tool, and there here is the gradient colors. So all these tools here are things you will use, all right, practically. All right, so we're not doing any theory here. So at a time where we were at a stage, we were learning about this interface, something came to my mind. Okay, would you like to know it? So that thing is, all this grammar this person is just saying. All right, so how will I even get all these things inside my brain? How will I start from? So now let me show you something. Okay, there is a quote by that was made by Zubeda Sheikh. All right, so it said, every expert was once a beginner. You get it? So it simply means that every expert you see today, all right, an expert like me, expert like any other graphic designer you know today, actually started somewhere. All right, they passed through this process you're starting. There was a time he was also asking, when will I begin? This grammar is just too much. Where will I begin? All right, so every expert passed through this stage. All right, every expert was once a beginner. So that should give you a sense of confidence that, hey, if they can pass the stage and later became a professional, if they can do it, then I can do it. All right, so it is something you can do. So just build that confidence in you that you too can do this, and you can pass through process and then you can scale it. All right, so let's move directly to this point where we will add a rectangular background to this post. All right, so remember I told you this post has no background prior this, so let's just use this rectangle tool. Let's use this rectangle tool and it activates it. Let's draw it, right click and then drag a background all across it. All right, automatically a background has been done. So but the color has not done now. So let's come up to this color tool here and you can select a color at the right here, right up here. Select a color you want to use for the background. You can select any color you want: black, green, red. So I'll also show you how to mix colors, how to select colors and everything. All right, so you can change to yellow, you can manipulate the color to whatever you want. All right, so let's just use this as an example. Okay, let us use this as an example. So it is duplicating the rectangle tool. So remember that this cursor is still on this rectangle tool. For you to type a text here, what should you do is move over to using the text tool. And for you to use the text tool, you just click on this text tool here, this T here. You highlight a type where you want to type. All right, so where do you want your text to appear? Just right click at the point where you want your text to appear and then boom, you can start typing. All right, so whatever you type can now show on your design. So let's imagine that I want to put up a post that says my name is Richard, my name is Francis Chukwu. All right, so let's say my name is Francis Chukwu. I will hit the space person to go down. I a digital marketer. Right, so this is the text I want to put on this post. All right, and I want this text to fill up everywhere here. So I'll move over to what we call text formatting. What do we mean by text formatting? These are the text for text formatting. Remember, we are trying to know the interface for Adobe Illustrator. So I'll just select all these text. All right, right click down here and then drag. Select all the text and then come here and change the size of this text. All right, you see it's becoming bigger. See it's becoming bigger. 72. It's becoming it's too big, over big. So let's hit enter and then break it. Okay, so right now I want to drag this text and reposition it. All right, remember that it is still on this text tool. So for me to select this text tool, so I need to change it over to the selection tool. So as soon as I hit this selection tool, I can now carry this document and drag it up and down. So I can decide to place it anywhere once I've hit the selection tool. So it is very, very important that you have this basic minded that for you to use any tool here, you must click on it. All right, so text tool, select tool, text tool, select tool. So let me continue with formatting this text. So do you observe that this text is not centralized? So it is just aligned to the left alone. So you can just like you can do in your Microsoft Word, you can just use this tool here. You can select align left, align center, align right. So you can just click on anyone to align it to any side. So you can just click on the select and then drag it to this middle. Okay. So I hope that is clear. So assuming I don't like this font and I want to change the font, I just select all the keys here and then go to list of fonts. Just select from the many fonts that are available already. So my name is Francis Chukwu and I'm a digital marketer. So you can just choose all your fonts from this side here. Let us choose a very simple font. Let me try another font. Let me try. I think this one is okay. This one is very simple and easy to read. All right. So my name is Richard Isemuru. I'm a digital marketer. So I want to change the color, and I just highlight and then come to here and then pick the color. All right. My name is too dark. So we need a bright color. Sorry, we need a dark color to appear here. So I think this one is okay. It's okay. So imagine that I have a project and I want to change the font size to something like 100, and then 72 is the maximum you have here. All you need to do is come here and then wipe out what we have here and then click on 100, and then click on any number of fonts you want to use. It will change. All right. So even though 100 does not appear here, you can still increase your font size to any number you want. So if I want to take it back to, let's say you make a mistake and you want to take it back to what you have done before, you Control Z and then take it back to what you did before, Control Z. So you take it back to what you did before. So, and that is that about the text through you. So let me show you how to download. I want to show you how to download and then install fonts. So the next thing we will do is to tell us when to use the font we design for a design. All right. The next module will tell us when to use a font for a design and when not to use a font for a design. So let's imagine that this is the document. After doing this, and I want to save this document, just come over to files and then come to save these documents. All right. So saving this document means you are still saving it as an Adobe Illustrator file, meaning you can still come back to, edit it. All right. So, and it's important that you save it as Adobe Illustrator file. So although Adobe Illustrator have an auto save file, you can come to here and then save it, or you use a Control S picture. It will ask you where and how do you want to save it. You can save it, yeah. So you get my point now. So it's either you use Control S or you come over to Style and then come over to File and then save the document. What about if you want to save this document as an image that you can actually upload on your Instagram account? Remember, we are designing an Instagram post. Come over to File and then click on Save for Web. All right, save for web. Remember, you are designing a document that you want to upload on the internet. So save for web, it will bring up a dialog that the job will save. So this is the design. You can just come over to this side here. How do you want it to be saved? You can just see, you want to set it as GIF. So you can select any of these here. So we want to save it as a picture. Saving it as a picture, you save it as a motion image. All right. So have you seen some of those images, and you will see, and it looks like it's moving. All right. So it's an image, but somehow it has motion to it. All right. So for now, we just want to have a JPEG image. So we are saving as JPEG. So the quality should be high quality, so it depends on, you can select very high maximum or very high. So image size 1000 by 1000, we have saved it already. So the name of the image you want to save, so we can just move over to save this document. So Instagram post is the file name, so we'll put it on desktop so we can easily access it. So these documents have been saved. So let's go to the document and try to access it. So this is the document we have just saved for the Instagram post. All right. So how about if you want to save a document and you don't want the document to have a background? Take for example, you design a logo and the client says, give me the design on a background, on a design that doesn't have a background. let's say you want to attach it on a product, or you want to put the logo on a product or a web design, you don't want the product to have a background. It's very easy for you to save this without the background. All right, so come over to this point, you remove the background. So once you delete the background, this white background is transparent. All right, so once you do this, you can now move forward to saving this document. So just go to File, click on Save for Web. So save it as PNG32. If you put it on JPEG, background will come back. So put it on PNG32. It will take off the background. All right, so you can now save this document as anything you want. All right, so once you save it, automatically the background is gone. So double click to open, you see the image has no background. All right, so I've now shown you how to save a JPEG file, how to save a PNG file on Adobe Illustrator. So the truth is, you are actually going to, enjoy my class, because I will literally hold you by the hand and show you how to do these things step by step. So all you just need to do is just follow my instruction. Wherever I click, click it. All right, wherever I go there. So it's very easy for you to follow through. So like I said earlier, it will be very difficult for us to start talking about all these points here. All right, it will be very difficult. So as we go on in the project, we are now going to make use of all the points here, and I will explain to you when and how to use all of them. All right, so that is why we are actually doing 25 projects. So before we finish that 25 projects, we must touch all aspects of these tools and softwares. So do not be scared. Grab a little you can grab now, and then move on. By the time we continue, before we finish the 25 project, you will have gotten everything. So I hope you've gotten everything about to use how to use the select tool, how to use the text tool. So if you do not understand anything, just take the video back, play it again till you understand it. And still, if you do not understand it, you can ask me a question, and that is the reason why I made it a video, so that you can just watch the video at your convenience. All right, so you don't have to stress yourself to. So again, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I advise you subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right, subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right, so I want to thank you for your effort to be here. So I urge you to subscribe now if you have not done so. It's just a one-time thing, and it's not going to cost you much. So we'll be seeing you in the next class. All right.